Alright, before we get started. Alright, this is Chuck with Luck&Chuck here. We even got our buddy Fed.
Yeah, we got Fed in the building here.
Yep. Alright, and who we got in front of us?
Trevor.
Trevor. Let's take those back a bit. This is Trevor.
Hey.
Tell us what you just did, Trevor.
Well, we just got first at the Lafayette CASE tournament, man.
Awesome,
right.
man. Awesome. Congratulations. How many boxes you won, man?
Winning 4, dude. I'm about to go build a little sandcastle with them, man.
4 times 5, so you got how many? 20?
Yes.
No.
Excited. So excited.
That's it, my boy. That's it.
Yep. Alright. Now, what did you win it with?
I won it with DESPIA, actually. And I want to give a shout out to my team, Dark Arm Dealings. I go to shout out for Dylan for literally destroying me. Hi again, guys. For literally destroying me in locals and making me play this deck because I was hyping up like Synchro Punk Eldritch and like I was gonna get clapped if I didn't play this deck. So yeah, shout out to all the guys for telling me to play DESPIA. So that's it.
Awesome, bro.
Alrighty.
You want me to go straight in or?
Yeah, let's get started on
Okay,
it.
cool. I'll start off with the monsters.
right.
Had 3 Ash. A lot of people don't play the hand traps in the version, the usual pack version, but we decided to play Ash Blossom because Ashing Brandon Infusion is so good, and in the rogue matchups, it was super duper broken. A lot of decks really can't handle this card right now, which is really weird to say with Brave Token coming around. But if you Ash a Brandon Infusion, you're most likely going to win. 1 Fairy Tale Snow, 1 Alluvian, just those 2 1-0s.
Yeah, I did hear that more people were trying to phase away from the snow. How did she perform for you this weekend?
I actually didn't summon her. I only summoned her like once to keep myself alive, and she was good sometimes when I just hard drew her. I could normal summon and go ahead and try to set like a Sword Soul board, and like it like makes the person respected, makes the person negated because you're trying to put like the Baron face down or the Chi-Shao. So yeah, she actually broke boards pretty well. So,
Alright.
the 2 1-0s, ad lib, and the Dramaturge. This card's broken. This card's so broken. Wouldn't play more though.
Puts a lot of pressure on board with the big body.
Oh yeah, this was so great. I love this card so much. It's like 3K for no reason. 2 Tragedy. I almost played 3, but it just felt like it would be too much. So the 3 Aluber, card's broken. I'm not going to explain that card. The 3 Mercurier. This was actually insane. Like this card worked so well with the dragon. And with the branded sword, it was just insane how much card advantage this got. They had a game where one of my opponents said, "Hey, just for funsies, how many cards do you have in your hand?" And I counted 10 after alluring 3 times. So yeah, 3 Edge Jump Chain, not 2. Play 3. You want to discard this off the Lubellion and the branded opening. So this card gives you so much free plus. It's awesome. This card breaks boards just like Snow. The whole engine. Awesome card. Absolutely awesome card. So glad that.
I hate the
right
fact.
here, I think most people play like 2. So any reasoning behind 3?
It helps you play through Ash whenever you have the patchwork engine and the polymerization. And if you discard this, and if you have a dark and this, and a poly in your hand, then you could just play through Ash. You could literally go Branded Fusion. Okay, darn man, like now I'll just go ahead, make it from my hand anyway. So.
Yeah, and just to put it out there, I found this a lot with this deck, is that it tends to take cards that are generally independently bricks, but as soon as they get involved with other cards, they become problems.
Yes.
Like Branded Lost by itself, it's a brick,
Yeah.
but suddenly pops off. Albaz, you normal summon them, they have to acknowledge this card. It's
Exactly, and
weird.
you could, and if you have this and this, or a Snow, or something you want to discard, it just pluses anyway. So you're not really losing anything, and you're making them commit. So yeah, I like it. 1 call by should be banned.
Fair enough.
3 Allure. This works with the Mercurier, getting all of the draws, and this card's insane. I'm so glad that this card is being played. It just makes me so happy.
Yeah, I hate seeing that card resolved and actually have a decent target pitched off of it.
Exactly. They like every time I pitch Mercurier, I just like kind of like peed on myself a little. 3 Droplet. It's the best card against pretty much everything right now. Scythe block, anything. You can stop them if they don't have Brandon and Lost. So, yeah.
Are you gonna open the pack?
This card was great. It's a 1 card send the sword because you sent the Mercurier, or you could go get a Fallen of Albaz and set your play up. In Paxless, he wasn't playing this because he was leaning more off the lore to banish the Mercurier, but I found that this card could draw a card, set up a future play with the Mercurier to a future negate, or I could have something to break the board. So, yeah.
Yeah, cards like that are interesting. That and Foolish Burial, they've gradually been transitioning in and out of the game as we've had more cards that actually do what they do, but add something to it. Well, but it is still a good consistency.
Exactly. I wanted to play Foolish Burial, but honestly, I was just dumping Dramaturge. There was nothing else that I was dumping, so this stayed in. And not Dramaturge, I'm sorry, Tragedy. Yeah.
I was about to say, it's like the good old-fashioned wolf. Wolf.
Like, oh, this would have
2
been
poly,
a
2 patchwork. Don't play 3. This is definitely the correct number because you're discarding your edge jump so much, and you don't want to see multiples of these. You want to just see it. You want to see it, search it, and just be on with your day.
Okay.
2 branded in red. A lot of people go between 2 and 3. If I have full setup, I'll get this so I can play through like Imperm or like Droplet. But yeah, this card's broken. Also, it sets up with the Albion the Shrouded Dragon, so you could chain it, get the Fallen of Albaz out of your graveyard, and just keep pushing through people.
Right. Very good card. Very good card. Just all it takes a bit of set up with it.
Yeah, I don't want to run it at 3 because like drawing this card doesn't do anything by itself. So it's like draw Brandon Red. I have nothing to do.
Right, like I said, like you have so many cards that just when they work together they work well, but you can't have cards like that just don't.
Exactly. You want to search. You definitely want to search that card. So, 3 branded. Opening. This card's so broken. I brought Dramaturge out a lot. That way I could just like control the board against the rogue matchups. Because 1 Dramaturge and 1 negate on rogue matchups makes it really, really hard for them to play. But I mean, obviously, it gets utility or a Luber, dumps the edge jump chain. Card's insane. Also, the protection comes up all the time, where you can just banish it from the graveyard and keep your stuff alive.
Yeah, it goes from just being 1 low presence attempt to remove that you actually now have to commit a specific sort of removal. And you can't really afford that in the game right now.
Yeah, exactly. 3 branded fusion. There's no explanation. This card is absolutely insane. This card will be banned one day. Don't argue with me. I'm moving along. Lights and darks? Just send your light or dark. Like what the?
Oh no.
No, stop. 1 branded loss. This card is insane as well. This card just, I can't speak for how good this card is. It just searches everything. It searches your Mercurials. It searches your Fallen Albaz. It searches the Albion so you can draw. There's been multiple times where I just activate this, activate a Poly, get like a Masquerade, get like just like a Mercurier or like a Fallen of Albaz and just pass. And then they commit, and then I'm like, all right, Fallen Albaz, then take their board.
Yeah, it's just so insane that it becomes 1, a stepping stone, to 2, set up your other plays, and 3, if it's still there, it's now just a lingering threat that your opponent has to deal with.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, this, like, allows your Fallen Albaz to just go through. It's like, oh, like, chain to fight. It's like, no, you can't do that.
No.
1 sword. Card's crazy. I've actually never done the token thing to bring out like a bunch of 2,500 bodies, but this card is insane.
Yeah, gotta play around that token collector.
Exactly. Go to the extra deck. We'll go 2 Chimera. Card's great. Draws, pops. 2 Masquerade. I actually didn't make this too much today. So I really like this card against like the Flunder matchup, and really like this card against like a bunch of combo decks. It just never came up for me. Quadless, this card wins your Sword Soul matchup. This wins your Eldritch matchup. I actually, against a Evil Twin guy, he normal summoned one of his Evil Twins, presented a Light and Dark, and I had a Luber up. I chained Super Poly, took his Light and Dark and made this, and he goes, huh?
Poor Higgins.
Yeah, I felt so bad. He was like, yeah, pass. Poor guy. This card's crazy. I never wanted a second one. This card controls the board in the mirror match so well. Yeah, definitely would not cut that. 2 Mirror Jade, 2 Labellion, 2 Albion. A lot of people will play 3 of these. I want more utility, so I played the Titanclad and the Brigade, the Glory Dragon. This one gets your Mercurier, and it makes it a lot better because you can like set up a Mirror Jade really, really easy. Like there's been times where I've sent this one and this one, set up a branded fusion and a Mercurier, and it's really, really threatening every single time, off of like very minuscule resources. So these are more for utility. But
yeah, and observing like how the extra deck looks, especially with the other two I had mentioned before that you didn't summon as much in Masquerade. Other fields do try to be a little nuanced with those, but it does seem like this one's a little more aggressive. And as you said, that is a very nice toolbox here that you don't necessarily have to commit to branded fusion in the falling play. You'll actually have that additional negate off of Brigade.
Exactly, and also like this gets the Fallen Malabaz out of the deck, and this is your out to all the big towers things that people are making, like with the Psychic card. You can like drop your life points just low enough to where you can get rid of the Psychic card. Also, you get over the attic extra card. So, let's see, extra deck. Side deck, 3 Super Poly.
Can't imagine what's there.
This card is insane. I actually was not going to play it. They were trying to tell me not to play it, and I was like, yeah, if we're not going to play it in the main, we'll at least play it in the side. This card won me 3 games today. 3 games today. And it's just... The fact, like, I've had so many times where I just activate it versus my opponent, and they go, thinking, and I'm like, what are you thinking about? You can't respond. Like,
no. No, the fact that all of a sudden your opponent's field becomes a resource for no reason.
Exactly. So, card's insane. Crossouts, this is mainly for the dimensional barrier, because we don't have access to any more red reboots. I actually got barriered in the finals and still won. Didn't see the crossout. But this is mainly for this, because Ash really doesn't hurt this deck because you can just play through Ash. There's been multiple times where I was going first, and I was like, oh, I'll just put in 3 crossout. And I was like, no, I'm just going to put in Allures, and I'm just going to turbo through my deck and like not even worry about Ash Balls.
Yeah, so this deck is indeed the Predator at the moment.
Yes, exactly. That 2 Nibs. This card's great against the Sword Soul matchup, and 2 Token Collector. Super Poly is actually really good versus Sword Soul too, but this is mainly for Sword Soul and combo decks. This actually was, it was okay. It would like knock 1 negate out the way, and then you just get killed anyway. So like, I would just shut up. I probably would play Lava Golem, but like, I'm not sure. Like, I feel like it punishes like the DESPIA people too, who will like overcommit into boards. So it's just for like bad players. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but like,
yeah, something for early in the tournament and late in the tournament never comes in.
Yeah, exactly. But this card's broken. I love this card so much. This card demands your respect. Twin Twisters. I was gonna play Cosmics, but this will pop in the draw phase for like Thunderease. Set cards, and also pop the field spell. You just get so much utility. You can discard the Edge of Chain and just plus all of it.
And realistically, right now, the only one back row people are selling by itself is going to be Deer Barrier.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and also like in the Eldritch matchup, it's like really, really good because you could just like clear the board. But I didn't see any of those, so this really didn't come in too much. That's the deck, man.
Awesome, man. How many cards total?
How many what?
Cards in the main?
43.
43? Okay.
I really wanted to cut it down, but we're in a new wave of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it's like, you just want everything, man. You just want to optimize your deck the best way as you can. I put more consistency. It was 42, but then I put the gold sword. So, yeah.
All right, and your matchup for today was?
I had 2 Sword Soul, 2 Despia. No, I had 2 Sword Soul, 3 Despia. I had an Evil Twin. I had a Punk Therion stuff guy that I beat, and then another guy played the Punk Therion stuff, and he beat me. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. I didn't know what the Punk Therion stuff did, and I just figured it out, and I was fine after that.
Awesome, man. What about the new cards off the ban list, like Change of Heart? Did you feel anything?
Man, I wanted to play it so bad, but I was just like, this is just not what it is. You know, it just. Now it's great in like other decks, like like Thunderease and stuff. But I wanted to play Change of Heart, but it really didn't do anything. You just might as well play Super Poly at that point. So. Yeah.
How much is it right now?
Also,
still cheap?
Banlist really didn't even do much, honestly. Nothing really changed besides like killing other decks and letting other decks move on.
Yeah, which is understandable. Prank kids existed for 3 years and need to go at that point.
Yeah,
They just won some new in. Just in time for a brand to take over.
Yeah, I mean this deck's going bye-bye after probably the next Vandals. This deck's way too good.
As I understand it, that will be in Christmas.
Oh
Awesome,
no!
man. And any changes you would make to the deck, going forward?
Honestly,
One second.